are live. Welcome back to another edition of the Earle Sports Bet Show. My name is Nicholas Earle. I'm joined here as always by my brother Tim. And today, we got quite the show for you. We got a lot to go over. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 NBA games. And then the NHL turns around and says, hold my beer. 15 NHL games. So we're going over 25 games today. This show's definitely going to be over an hour. This is going to be one of our longer shows. Tim, you ready to buckle down and let's get down into business for today?
No, not really.
Okay, fine. Seeing that, no, not really. We're going to go over yesterday. What went right, what went wrong in the world of sports betting. We'll do that then. Yeah. We'll go over the first half of the day because that's all that was the only good part, right? But college basketball, wow. Started 5-2, finished 5-11, down 2 units. Tim will go over that when we get to it. I split out on my NBA, 2-2, down 0.03 units. Washington, even money, was a loser. Miami, plus 105, was a winner. Brooklyn, Minnesota was looking like a winner under 227 until Minnesota hit a game-tying 3 to force it to overtime to kill the under because it's called overtime, not undertime. The Lakers, though, come through late in the night. Plus 2.5 was a winner there. And in the NHL, I picked the wrong game for the over. 0-1, down 1.15 units. Calgary, Anaheim, over 6 was a loser. I should have just gone with my strategy that I said I wanted to do. Take both big underdogs and move on. I would have gone 1-1, up like 2 units. Because the Ducks come through with a 3-1 win against the Calgary Flames. And the Blackhawks almost pulled it off. They went to overtime against Florida there. So both plus 1.5 would have cashed out yesterday too, fading the minus 185 and minus 150 puck lines on the big favorites as well. So overall, would have been a great day if I just would have taken dogs and moved on, but it is what it is. We move on to today. Overall, yesterday, 7-14, down 3.18 units. Let's have a better day today.
Yeah, definitely. Well, the day started off good because we had Rutgers, East Carolina, Ohio State, Mizzou, Penn State. We had, which were all winners. Mississippi State was a loser. UConn, a loser. Washington, Arizona, Arkansas, Central Florida, Iowa State, all losers. Duke, at least that one was a winner. The over in the Nuggets game, winner. The Nuggets lost outright.
Yeah.
Spurs. Interesting. And then after that game, they went, you know what? I think you're done winning for the night. Under in the Cleveland game, loser. Over in Calgary, loser. Oregon, Maryland, Clemson, TCU, and Arizona State, loser, 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 loser. Just not at the ideal end of the night. We were looking good in the beginning of the day, and then everything fell apart. It happens. We move on. Down 6.67 units yesterday. Just rough. We'll go ahead and say hi to the chat, and then we got a big slate to talk about. What up, Tim and Nick? You hit the like button, like an adult, Richie. Good work. Love the beards. Appreciate it. Yo, what's up? No, hit the double like. There you go. Yo. There you go. Jokic over points and rebounds. Yeah, last night was the first time this season where Jokic had a triple-double and the Nuggets lost.
Wow, that goes to the Spurs.
I think there's some serious value on the Bears to win the NFC North. I agree. Good morning. I said it yesterday. I was due for a loser day. 2-12. Terrible, but ready to move on and cash today. Let's do it. Flames, Ducks, over. Yeah, not good there. Not good there. All right, Nick, we'll start in the association.
Yeah. We get 10 games in the NBA. I do have a play to start off the slate here. We have the New York Knicks. They are at the LA Clippers here. The Clippers are 5-point home favorites with a total of 227. Let's get up my line movements here for today's games. Go. This line opened up at Clippers -5. It went up to 5.5, and in about 40 minutes later or 50 minutes later, it was back to 5. This line opened up at 229. It has moved a 1.5 down to 227.5. Looking at my numbers for this game, I have the Clippers as a 1.5 point favorite. So I have value on the New York Knicks in this spot. And as for the total, 230. So I have a slight lean towards the over here. I did play the New York Knicks here at +5. I think there's value at this spot for the New York Knicks, and I think this is a bet on basketball team going forward probably. And there's probably stupider bets than taking some futures with the Knicks at this point. And I know you have the Bucks, you have the Celtics, you have the Sixers at the top of the East. There may be some value here with the New York Knicks in this spot, or for futures and in this spot. I'm on the Knicks here +5.
Yeah, I'm on the Knicks too. I will say I don't think they win the East. I don't think you can point out value in anything. I just don't.
They're still 1 star away, though. Don't get me wrong. They're still 1 star away.
Yeah, no. I'm not that high on the Knicks. For this one, it's kind of just a stay away from me. Sorry, I am on the Knicks today. I am on the Knicks. It's more of a fade of the Clippers. The Clippers are not an ideal team that I want to be going after. So this is getting the Knicks at plus money. I'm going to go and grab it. Knicks +5 in this one. And I accidentally just put the Boston Celtics -5 on the site instead of Atlanta. So I'm going to quickly go ahead and get that fixed.
There you go.
Go through chat real quick.
Where do we leave off? Spurs money line. I don't know if we hit that one yet or not. I wish I did. Yeah, I wish I just grabbed the Spurs plus the 12.5. I was looking at it too. I saw value on it, and I don't know why I didn't. And I also said Nuggets first quarter, which I believe they covered the first quarter and fell apart in the second. Took the past couple nights off. Got a fresh mind. There you go. Rockets, Pistons, Golden State, and Suns. I stayed off the Rockets game. I am on the Pistonians. I passed on the Golden State game, and I passed on the Suns game. Tim?
Didn't touch Rockets. Didn't touch Pistons. Although I was close to betting Rockets. Golden State, yes, and the Suns, no.
Yeah.
I don't like the Suns today. They get Sacramento. I can get Sacramento at plus money.
Yeah. Montreal and Blackhawks are both big money underdogs. You know what that means. I did not play anything in either of those games yet. I'm kind of interested, I believe, in Montreal. I think they're kind of appealing. Wow, Blackhawks plus 395. That is interesting as well. Not something I'm particularly interested in. But Canadiens at home at plus 226. They are against the Devils, who play much better at home. So I don't know, but yeah. Clippers are going to start rolling. Clippers -5. Bruins -4.5. Celtics -4.5. I disagree on both.
Yeah. By the way, the play's already deleted off the site, so we're good to go.
There you go.
Ready to move on to the next game?
Yeah. He said, wait 1 second. Montreal, yes, for sure. Blackhawks would be a miracle, and throw little Sabres actually.
I will say, I believe Tucky should be back today. He was not on the injury report. So
yeah, I did make a play on that game. I got and that line dipped low enough for me to grab 140 with the Rangers. Oh, Utah Jazz are at the Charlotte Hornets. The Charlotte Hornets are 2.5 point home favorites, total of 231 in this game. Let's take a look at where the line has moved in this spot here. The Hornets opened up as 2.5 point dogs, and they are still. Oh, my bad. It's Utah -2.5, not Charlotte -2.5.
If it was Charlotte -2.5, it would be a Utah play.
Yes, it would be, but. And I would tell you the wrong team is favored because the wrong team is favored. And the total opened up at 230.5. It's moved up 0.5 point to 231. I have Utah as a half-point favorite in this game, so I have a lean towards the Hornets here at home. And I have this game at a 232, so it's a 1-point lean towards the over in this game for me. It's a no bet.
Yeah, this is another one I stayed away from. This once again, I don't bet the Utah Jazz as a favorite. And there is zero chance I'm going after the Hornets. The Hornets are just awful this year. Although this line does seem a little bit short to me. So if I was going anywhere, I would lean towards Charlotte money line. But no, this is not a game that you need to go after. So this one's a complete stay away again. I'm boring right now, but I'll
we got 23 more games. Maybe you'll have some plays on those.
Yeah. Bucks money line. No, I do not like the Bucks today. Terry's leaving a like. Make sure you guys check out Getting Wild with Terry and Friends. I believe that's at 12:30. Still.
I don't. I think he said an earlier time today, but I'm not sure because
I'm not working. I can listen to ESP show. Hey, maybe you could take my spot for NHL. Love Ben the Oilers. All right. Let's head to this game, which I almost bet.
Yeah. By the way, that's not fair. You can't get out of the NHL if I have to sit here through 10 games of the NBA. That's not fair.
You bet the NBA.
Fine. Miami Heat are 2.5-point road favorites, a total of 220.5 in this game. Let's take a look at where the line has moved. There we go. My tab is going all crazy here because apparently I clicked on it and started to drag the actual tab, and it made it into a shortened little own tab. All right. Doing good this morning. -2 for Miami is the way it opened up, and it went from 1.5 to 2 up to 2.5. So it dropped a half a point at start. Now it's gone up a half a point since the opening line. This line opened up at 217. It's moved up 3 points to 220. So a Miami game's total is moving up here, Tim. Imagine that. And actually, Miami is on a back-to-back here. All right, yeah, they're on a back-to-back, so I forgot to adjust that number. I hope none of my numbers are messed. No other teams so far that we've gone over that is on a back-to-back. I have Orlando as a 1.5-point favorite at home with Miami on a back-to-back. I did not, and I wrote that wrong. I didn't adjust it, which makes me like the Orlando Magic here at +2.5. That's my lean at the moment. If you don't counteract it, then I will be placing Miami or Orlando +2.5 -110.
So Miami by double. No, I'm kidding. I would lean towards Orlando. Am I getting to it? Probably not. I just don't feel like I necessarily need to get to it. Orlando's a good team, a better home team than road team, obviously. Even though they are only 15-19 at home this year, but they cover as the dog. So I don't know. But if I was taking this one, it would be a money line for Orlando. I'm not worrying about 2.5 points in my opinion, but I still think you still probably can get some decent value on them. I would lean towards Miami in this game.
Yeah, I just grabbed Miami +2.5 -110.
There you go.
Or Orlando +2.5.
Kansas, no. San Diego State. I think that was one that we need to add is Utah State, Nick.
This?
Vanderbilt, yes. Cornell, I lean that way. Dayton, yes. Xavier, I kind of lean towards Xavier too. I did not bet the Xavier. We did bet Vanderbilt, and we did bet Dayton. 11:30 today. 11:30 today because there's a big hockey slate. Get it. Any XFL picks?
Yes. The one game that's not in the 40s for a total today. Houston, Orlando over 37.5. I forgot to do a free pick video for that last night. Sorry. But yes. Over in the Orlando game.
Terry loves the NBA because he loves the no betting allowed. Heat should cover 9.5. I'm not. Blue Jays going to smash today. Bassett plus all Jays regulars. Cool. So much looks for today. Yeah, a lot of stuff. Mass over or under? I'm going to lean under, but actually, sorry, I'm going to lean over just because I want Vermont to put up a lot of points. That's it. let's keep on rolling, Nick. There's a lot of games, but there's a lot of games that are kind of crappy, to be honest.
Yeah, and I like this slate. I mean, I have a play in this one as well. Indiana Pacers are at the Detroit Pistons. Pacers are 5.5-point road favorites, total of 229 in this game. Let's get into some line movement on this one here. We have this game opened up at Indiana -6. It's gone down 0.5 point to 5.5. Total 227 it opened up at, and it's gone up 2 points to 229. My numbers here for this game is Indiana is 0.5 point favorite. Neither team has played on a back-to-back. There we go. So, yeah, I have them as a 0.5 point favorite. And I have this game at a 231. I see value in the Pistons here at home. I know the Pistons suck, and I'm probably falling into another one of these games where Detroit's going to lose by double digits, and I'm going to regret backing Detroit, and then I'm going to back them next game because I see value on their line. But with that being said, I'm on the Pistonians here plus 5.5.
I love gross plays. I did not trust. I don't touch the Pistons anymore. Oof. You know what? I might actually get involved. Let's look. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. They've lost 13 out of 14 games, 10 in a row. But they're at least covering. I'll give them that. They've covered in half the games that they've lost in the last 10. So cool, but no, this is not a Pistons. This is a Pistons team that is tanking for that one. I believe I don't remember exactly where he's from, but there's the one guy, like how everybody in hockey is tanking for Bedard. There is one guy that is going to be in the NBA draft that's going to go number 1 overall.
Victor Wembanyama,
something like that. So, that's this is just not something I think that I need to go after. Kind of, I don't want to say 2 tanking teams, but Indiana's season's kind of gone down the drain. So, this one's a complete stay away.
Fair.
A lot of tough ones today. There is a couple of weird games today. Pistons for sure. They could win this one. You know what? You have fun with it. I'm not going to try with the Pistons. You could have fun though. We'll go to this game, Nick.
Yeah. Atlanta Hawks are hosting the Boston Celtics. The Celtics are 5-point road favorites, total 236.5 in this game. Let's take a look at the line movement in this one here. This line actually has dropped recently. This line opened up at -5 for the Celtics. It went up to 5.5 and went back down to 5, and it's now sitting at a 4.5. This total opened up at a 235. It's moved up 1.5 points to a 236.5. My numbers for this game is Boston -1. Boston -1. And I have this game at a 236.5. So I think the total is spot on. I see value here with the underdog with the Atlanta Hawks in this spot. So that's exactly where I went with this game. Was Atlanta +5 in this game. I think they have potential to win this game outright, but I'll grab the points.
I'll be honest, when I went through and put in a couple of my plays, I almost put outright money lines on Knicks and Hawks. They would have been +175, +180, both of them. I especially at home, I think Atlanta definitely has a chance to win this game outright. This is a Celtics team, and you're going to notice this with a couple of teams. Mostly the teams that are way in front of everybody else. So Milwaukee, Boston, Denver, maybe even a little bit of Philadelphia. They're not going to cover bigger spreads. They're not going to play their starters as much because at this point, they're just trying to coast. They got about 20 games left until playoffs, and they're just trying to coast to make sure everybody gets there healthy. Because the last thing you want is in a meaningless game for one of your big guys to go out, Kevin Durant. So
not really meaningless there,
huh?
Not really meaningless for the Suns. They don't have everything locked up yet.
True. But this is a Celtics team that I think is going to be a fade team down the stretch. along with some of the other big teams. The ones that have already got stuff pretty much locked down. So yeah, Bucks, Celtics, Sixers, Nuggets, maybe Memphis, maybe Sacramento. But there are some teams that are just trying to coast and get to the playoffs. That's Boston right now. Atlanta is currently sitting in a play-in spot, trying to work their way up. They are currently sitting four games behind the Nets. So this is just a spot that we can look at. We'll see where we go from there.
Yeah.
What time is the Blue Jays game? I have not a clue. Backwood. You know what? I'm taking Atlanta money line. Let's get it. We'll go to the next game.
Yeah, we have the Memphis Grizzlies. They're hosting the Dallas Mavericks. The Grizzlies are 5.5-point home favorites with a total of 224 in this game. Let's take a look at the line movement in this spot here. Then we'll head over to my projected lines. This line opened up at Memphis -5. It's moved up to 5.5. This line opened up at 226. It's dropped 2 points to 224. My lines for this game is I have Memphis as a 5.5-point favorite. So I think this line's spot on, actually, even with all the injuries, because I think Luka is out and Kyrie is out, but also on the other side, Morant's out. So why do star players play anymore? That's a good question. I have this game totaled at a 228. So I actually like the over in this game. I see 4 points of value here on the over. This is a spot here where I did take over 224.
Yeah, I took Dallas. No Luka, right? No Luka? What's the reason no Luka? I know Kyrie's got his feelings hurt or something. I can't stand Kyrie. That's why I still think that Dallas made a big mistake going for him. Nobody's going to sign him to a big contract. Yeah, Luka is out, a left thigh strain. So he's got an actual injury. Irving is questionable due to personal. Really? He's you know what? He can do whatever on his flat earth. I think this one's ridiculous. I'm on the Dallas Mavericks. Minus, is it minus or plus?
Plus 5.5.
Plus. Yeah, I got him plus 5.5. That was another one. I almost took Dallas outright as well. So, but I took Dallas plus the points. Clippers, Knicks. Give me the Knicks. In 2 hours. Got a money line parlay, Jays with something else.
Earle Sports Bets does not condone parlays.
Definitely not playing this. Oh, yeah, I got you. Gotcha. We'll go to this game, which I almost bet.
Yeah, this is the one that I stayed off of personally. Bulls are 7.5-point road favorites with a total of 224 in this game. Let's take a look at the projected line for this game, or not the projected line, the line movement in this game. The Bulls are 7-point. They opened up as 7. They actually moved up 0.5 point to 7.5. This line's opened up at 228.5, and it's dropped 4.5 points to 224. My line for this game was Chicago -5.5, and my projected total for this game is a 226.5. So I thought the line was correct moving down, but not that far. I thought it should move down 2 points because I have a 226.5. So I'm staying off this game. That's a pass for me.
Yeah, I almost pulled the trigger on Houston. As gross as that sounds, Houston is one of the 3 teams already eliminated from the playoffs, though. So, but no, this is a Houston team that's awful. A Bulls team that I don't believe should be a 7.5-point favorite on the road against anybody. This is just one I stayed away from. I almost pulled the trigger on the Rockets. I did not, though. This one's a complete stay away from me.
Fair enough.
Big Vucevic come out and play. Maybe. I don't think there's a chance the Bulls cover. Saturday hockey equals good day to make a small parlay.
Earle Sports Bets does not condone parlays.
The line makes sense, but Bulls can't win games they should win. Fair. Rockets money line. I kind of lean Rockets money line. Bulls first quarter. I don't really play first quarter. Where's Brad? We'll find him. Tomorrow you're going to wish you pulled the trigger. Yeah, I'm going to. I'll end up. I'll kick myself over it. That's fine. But I'll have plays in the last 3 NBA games we'll talk about.
Yeah. We have the New Orleans Pelicans. They're 2-point home favorites, total 233 in this game. Take a look at the line movement here. We have the Pelicanos. They open up as 3-point favorites. This line's moved down to 1 point to the -2. This line opened up at 233, and it stayed at 233. Let's take a look at my projected lines for this game. I have the Pelicanos as 3.5-point favorites. When it comes to the total, I have this game at a 231.5. So it's a slight lean towards the Pelicanos. It's a slight lean towards the under. It is a no play for me. I think I'm done with NBA plays for this slate.
I'll play this one. You got a team that's given up. I believe Oklahoma. Although Oklahoma City did win 3 games in a row, they eventually just lost to. They got blown out by Phoenix. I feel like the Thunder are done. They had a solid run for a while, but I believe SGA is going to be back. So at least that's a positive. Still no Zion. Ingram is questionable. I'm on the Pelicans -2. I trust them at home. I do not trust them on the road. Normally, I'd be worried because with the spread stuff because, hey, Oklahoma City is 17-11-3 against the spread at home this year. It doesn't matter. This is only a 2-point spread. It's not like it's a multi-score spread. I like the Pelicans to get it done at home. I'll take the -2, even though the line's dropped a little bit, but Pelicans today. Terry wants to be in timeout.
We do not condone parlays at Earle Sports Bets.
Thunder money line. I'm not playing them Parleys. I tell you, I am playing the Parleys at the Yeah, he's at the rodeo today. There you go.
The rodeo.
I feel that Markel not touching it. That's fair. I'm on the Parleys today. We'll go to this one, Nick.
Yeah, we have the Milwaukee Bucks. They're at the Golden State Warriors. It's a pick'em in this game. Total 240 in this spot. Let's take a look at the line move in this one. This is an interesting game. Actually, it's now moved to Golden State -1. I believe it was just -110 money line on both sides. I think that's why I put pick'em in there, but it was like -1, -105. Yeah. It's a pick'em. Total opened up at 236.5, and it's crept all the way up to 240.5. So this line's moved up 4.5 points since opening. I have Milwaukee as a 1-point favorite in this game, so I saw this game as a pick'em. Golden State at home, kind of that makes sense. And I have this game at a 239.5. So it's a pass for me. Lean towards the under. Lean towards the Bucks, but no play.
Giannis is questionable. Thompson is probable. Everybody else should be good to go. Tell me if you've heard this one before, Nick. We're going to back the Warriors at home. You fade them on the road. The Warriors
have heard that before.
27-7 at home this year compared to what would that be on the opposite side? Don't do math on camera, Tim. That would be 7-26 on the road. Yikes. Golden State's a home team, and I feel like this is a bad spot for Milwaukee. They are coming off of a win. I will say they're coming off of a win, but actually they're coming off of 3 wins. Milwaukee's been one of the hottest teams in the league. They've actually won 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 19 out of their last 20 games. They're 19-1 their last 20. Give me Golden State at a pick'em.
You said Giannis is questionable?
Yeah.
I think my attack for this game is wait for Giannis to get rolled out and maybe grab 4 points with the Bucks if it's moved that much.
Nah. Not really too interested in all that.
That's my thoughts for it because I like doing that with Milwaukee.
Today's going to be a good day. I sure freaking hope so. I got Golden State +1 on mine. I like the Warriors at home. Why not? Yeah. For real, I got no reason not to. It's cool because I'm going Clay. I don't hate the Clay props. Let's go to the final game of the day.
Yes. And we got the Phoenix Suns. They're 5-point home favorites total or 5.3-point home favorites total of 240.5 in this game. Let's grab the line movements here in this one. We had this game open up at -3 for Phoenix. It has gone up to a 4 now in favor of the Phoenix Suns. This line opened up at 237. It's gone up to 240.5. This line has moved up 3.5 points. I have Phoenix as a 5.5-point favorite in this game, so I lean towards the Suns in this spot. And I have this game at a 237, so to lean towards the under. It's a no play for me in this game. I'm going to continue to root on the Suns, though, because I need them, especially in a game like this against their division rival. The team that they're chasing, I need a Suns win here today for my future. But yeah, this is a pass for me, though.
You're not going to like me, though. I'm on the Kings money line.
Hope you win.
Plus 139. I like this Kings team, and you get a Suns team that's going to be without Durant for a while now. I don't think that they should be favorited without Durant. I think their team is lackluster because of all that stuff now. This is a Kings team that is hungry, trying to break the longest playoff drought. And why not go out and go to Phoenix, put a statement win in, go to Phoenix, beat them in Phoenix to get your 40th win of the year. Like, this is a big stone for Sacramento right now. It's a big deal for them. I think they got the upper hand in this one against a short-staffed Suns team. Give me the Kings money line on this one.
Fair. I hope you win.
Oh, no, I hope you win. We'll go head over to the ice. Red Wings and Bruins. Bruins minus 360. 6 is your total. Nick, I'll be right back. I'll let you break down a couple games.
Okay. Yeah, for this one here, we have puck drop in about 2 hours. It's a 1:00 game, the Bruins and the Red Wings. Let's grab the line movements here for this one. Switch over to hockey here on my line movement tracker. There we go. Beautiful 15-game slate. Let's get into it. The Boston Bruins opened up at minus 325. You can now get the Boston Bruins at minus 360. Total opened up at 6 minus 120. It is now 6 minus 117, so 3 cents towards the under. For people who believe in this, because I talked to Detroit Lenny yesterday, and he said if the Red Wings hit a certain number, he's going to play the Red Wings. So I'm assuming he's going to be on the Red Wings because you can get plus 313 on Bet Online here for the Detroit Red Wings. So I need to message Lenny saying you can get 313 for the Detroit Red Wings this morning. But looking at this game, I have no interest in the side. Obviously, I'm not laying 360 chalk. That's just not something I'm going to do. And I'm not really wanting to be in the business of fading the Bruins. That's cost me plenty this year. And I think that the next time I truly want to fade the Bruins is in the playoffs. Because I think this is a team that could have one of the best regular seasons of all time and then pull a Tampa Bay Lightning and lose in the first round. I had this game projected 3.37 to 1.75 in favor of the Bruins, 5.13 projected goals in this game. I played the under 6, hoping for a slow start to the day. I kind of want to see what the record is over-unders in daytime games. I think this trends generally more towards the under, and that's kind of where I'm looking at in this spot here. I got the Bruins and the Red Wings under the total of 6 in this one. We'll move on to the next matchup here. The Battle of Pennsylvania. The Pittsburgh Penguins are 250 favorites against the Philadelphia Flyers with a total of 6.5 in this game. This game opened up at minus 290 for Pittsburgh, and it has dropped down to minus 252 for Pittsburgh. So the line has moved 38 cents in the way of the Flyers. Total opened up at over 6 at minus 120. It's now 6.5 at plus 105. So it's moved up half a goal here for the total. I played the Flyers at 228. I did not get in on this line early. I wish I did when it was plus 245, plus 250 for the Flyers. But with that being said, I'll still take the 228. It's continued to move in my direction. It's now down to a 224. So I beat about a 4-cent line movement in this one. So that's kind of where I'm looking at for this one is the Flyers in this spot. I think this should be probably more like minus 180, minus 190 for the Penguins, not minus 250. I just think this is way too big of a favorite for the Penguins. And we could call this a rivalry because these two teams don't particularly like each other. It has been dominated by Pittsburgh as of late, but Pittsburgh's won 5 of the last 6 matchups. But I'll take a little shot here, plus 228 with the Philadelphia Flyers in this one. Plus, Tim, I was also mentioning for that first game, I don't know if you heard, but I think Detroit Lenny's going to bet on the Red Wings.
3-1-3.
He can get plus 313.
Right on. Where did you leave off in the comment section?
Richie's comment.
Pasta.
I can see it. I have the under, so I'm not gung-ho on betting goal scorer props in a game I have the under in.
Is this an under spot? Please talk me into Philly.
I'm on Philly. I lean under as well. I think this game could go under. So if you're looking for maybe now I'm kind of curious. What is the Penguins team total under? Penguins under 3.5 plus 110. It's not a bad look.
That's fair. Hey, Earle, Crosby anytime goal, more goals versus Philly than any other team in the NHL.
I'm on Philly, so I would prefer not to see Crosby score.
There you go. Supness. We get a supness from Lex. Let's get it. What's up, my guys? Let's get it. Let's cash today. Hit the like button, people. Social appreciation, subscribe, and share. Lots of NBA games. Let's find some value. Yep, we already broke down all the NBA games.
Yeah, you missed it.
I'm going under first period, then Flyers. F it. Fair enough.
I don't mind that.
I just need one more under. There you go. Bruins early game.
I'm not laying minus 360. That's just not going to happen.
Both can cash, Nick. Both can cash. It could be a 3-1 Crosby scoring 1 goal.
There we go.
All right, Nick. Here we go. Because I believe, and try to correct me if I'm wrong, it is the return of Tucky today. The Rangers are back up to a 165. 6.5 is the total. Let's hear it.
Yeah. Tuck could return today. On RotoWire, he still has an injury mark on him, but it says estimated return for the 11th. So this could be Tuck's return back. Let's take a look at the line movement in this game because I definitely beat a line movement in this one here. This line opened up at minus 160. It dropped all the way down to minus 140, and now it's back up to 165. Or 166, my bad. So since the opening line, it's gone up 6 cents towards the Rangers. Since I bet the game, it's moved 26 cents towards the Rangers. I would probably recommend the -1 at this point if you want to bet the Rangers and back when I'm on here. I have Shesterkin and Ukko-Pekka Luukkonen as your 2 goalies. I have this game projected 3.61 to 2.74, so I have the Rangers around a -185, -190 favorite. I got them when they dropped low enough to be in my money line range rather than a -1 range. I got the New York Rangers at $1.40. Would I play them now at $1.65? I'd probably have to -1 them. I see a little bit of value in them, but not as much as when they were -140 last night when I bet them. So I'd probably stay off the Rangers now, but I like the line I got with them. -140 with the Rangers is what I got. Shop around. You may be able to find a better price than 166. I'm seeing 155 on Caesars, 150 on South Point. If you don't mind 150 juice, I'm okay with the 150 there. But I would probably -1 the Rangers at this point.
Yeah, I mean, I would love to fade the Sabres after they just got absolutely smashed in an embarrassing game. It's a great idea. But I'm not going to talk about it. We're good. Thanks for the show, of course. Don't worry. When the show ends, I'm going to rewind to the NBA. I can catch. There you go. Any college basketball or hookup plays? Yeah, I'll send them to you because I still have to track them on BetStamp. I'll get you. Buffalo after an embarrassing beatdown.
Yeah, I could see that angle, but here's the thing. I don't care. I mean, this is a Buffalo Sabres team that's
the Sabres are dead. They're not making the playoffs.
Off. They're not. They're a team that they took a nice step up this year, but. And I said this last year, or I said this preseason, they're going to be a team that are going to finish a few points out of a playoff spot, and next year they're going to make that push. This is still This is still a young, developing team. They're very promising.
Yep. That's fine. Rip Sabres, yeah. Rangers are essentially a lock at this point. Minus 2.5.
A lock.
Minus 2.5. Yes, that is an easy winner. It's Ukko-Pekka Luukkonen, which I believe this is his first start since. Didn't he get smashed in his last start too?
Probably. I mean, the Sabres have been giving up goals in bunches as of late.
Stinks both teams to score in the first period. Yeah, why not?
Aaron assist. He didn't get hammered in his last game. Actually, UPL was good in his last game, all things considered, because he last played in the He last played in the 3-2 loss against the Islanders when the Islanders put up 4.73 expected goals against him. So actually, he was an above-average goalie that game.
Yeah. And well, I'm not talking about that game. Yes, Richie and power play point. There you go. Sabres home penalty kill is dead last, and Rangers have a very good road power play. I know.
Yeah.
You don't have to talk me into it anymore. Rangers are a lock. Let's get it, Terry. Let's do it. Sabres got a chance. No, they don't. Not even a chance. Agree. Rangers better team. Like your -1 pick. Yeah. I've seen everybody on the Rangers. Got a chance to only lose by 3. Yes. Lock, Terry. Lock. If Sabres win, I will be sad. Yeah, I would be too. 100%. And shortly after was very drunk. He got smashed by the Bruins 7-1.
No, he lost against the Islanders. To the Islanders.
All right, Nick. Let's head to Colorado, where we get a series that has been dominated lately by Arizona. Colorado is a -415, 6.5 is the total.
I feel like just on merits, I kind of want to roll with Wiley here. Just because they've won 3 in a row against this Colorado Avalanche team. The only problem is the Avalanche are coming in off an embarrassing loss there against, they lost 5-2, and this is generally with bounce back spots, I look for the top echelon teams. I still think Colorado is a top echelon team. That they are a contender. I'll consider them that. And after losing 5-2, I absolutely expect them to show up focused and motivated here. And here's here's the problem with the Coyotes here is if Colorado was coming in off like that San Jose win where they won 6-0 and feeling really good about themselves, that's where I want the Coyotes. Where I don't want the Coyotes is number 1 on the road, and number 2 when their opponent's coming in off of a bad loss, because the Coyotes are a get-right spot team. That's kind of the way they are right now. Looking at the line movement in this spot here, Colorado opened up at -425. They've actually gone down down 5 cents. It went down to 415, and it went back up to -420. This total opened up at over 6.5 at even money. They're now +101. I see this as a game where defensively Colorado is going to show up. And I think this is going to be a lower scoring game. I believe that the last 3 of the last 4 meetings have gone under 6.5 with these two teams. Earlier, their meeting was 6-3 6-3 Arizona, but previous to that, 3 games straight went under 5.5, under 6.5. I have this game projected at a 6. I'm going to actually write that down as a play I want to add after the show here. Is Arizona, Colorado under 6.5. I think this is I think this line should have been a 6, not a 6.5. So I'm gonna look at the under 6.5 in this game. Maybe if you want to take a shot at fading Colorado, they are a massive 420 favorite. never mind. I was considering their team total under, but the 4.5 is minus 160. So I don't mind the 4.5. A little juicy, obviously, but I don't mind it. Am I going to play it? Probably not. I'll probably just look at the under 6.5 in this game.
Fair enough.
You could probably get 2.5 with the Coyotes at a decent price, though, too.
Colorado -2.
Yeah, I guess.
Garage break time. Smoltz anytime goal and Kruse over shots on goal.
Kraus
over shots on goal. We know who's in net for the Yotes.
I'm projecting for Ingram, but it could be Vejmelka. Vejmelka, last time I knew, was dealing with an injury.
Oh, okay. Do we like first period under in the Avs?
I wouldn't talk you off of that. What can you get for the first period under? I'm not a first period better, though, but you could probably get a decent price. 2 at minus 148. Blah. Probably wait for a live in game.
There you go. Yes, break time. There you go.
Garage break time.
Montreal. Joe with his Montreal Canadiens. We'll talk about them in just a minute. Winnipeg Jets, Florida Panthers. Panthers minus 125. Coming off of a big win yesterday, or a comeback win yesterday. 6.5 is your total.
Yeah, they were down 2-0. I ended up live betting Florida down 2-0 at minus 105. So I was happy that they won that in overtime. Which if they would have won, I put like $2 on it, but I would have won the if the Blackhawks would have won in overtime, I would have cashed that plus 1,800 parlay of that I put $2 down on. That was Ducks and Blackhawks.
Wow,
it was that close, Tim. But that being said, I think this line's about correct. I had this game projected 3.13 to 2.87, so I have this game around minus 125, minus 130 for this game. I have this game around a 6, and I think this could be a sneaky under spot. Now, here's the thing, though, and we need to take a look at this, is who is in net for the who's in net for it's likely Alex Lyon, actually, which is probably going to actually keep me off the Panthers here in this spot. Because Lyon is a career backup. He's definitely a downgrade from Bobrovsky. We do have the Panthers on a second half of a back-to-back. I kind of lean Winnipeg in this game if I had to get to the spot, just because we're getting a plus price tag with them, and I have this game projected at a pick'em. So I'm going to write down Jets money line as a potential prop here in this game, or as a potential play in this game. But I don't know at the moment. It's a lean towards Winnipeg for me.
There you go. Lean towards Winnipeg. If it's Vejmelka in net for the Yotes, then you're going to win.
They could, yeah. I would prefer Vejmelka if you want to bet the Yotes.
If not, they lose. I have spoken.
Enough.
Nino Ryder. Why not? I did the same Nick with the Blackhawks when the Blackhawks were up 2-0. In the first, I was about to shit my pants over my teasers.
Yeah.
Go Florida. No, not go Florida. Winnipeg is the worst sports team named the Jets in sports, and that's saying something. Okay.
He's just getting out his anger because Kaprizov got hurt in the game against Winnipeg.
Oh, well, boo-hoo. Let's go to the next game. Devils and the Canadiens. Devils are minus 250. 6.5 is your total.
It's actually lines moved up to minus 270, so this line's continuing to climb. So, Joe, I know you love your Canadiens. I'd wait. This line opened up actually at minus 300. It dipped down to minus 250, and it's moved 20 cents towards the Devils there, up to 270. This line opened up at over 6.5 minus 107. It's now over 6.5 minus 109. I'm kind of interested in Montreal in this game. The only problem is that the Devils are one of the best road teams in hockey. But I don't know if they should be minus 255 on the road here. I think this should have been more like minus 200. And then I get it. When you look at the two teams, you look at the advanced stats. Montreal is getting outplayed in every single game they're playing, and the Devils are outplaying them, outplaying their opponents in every game they're playing. So this is not really a game I have much particular interest in. It's definitely Montreal or nothing for me, and it's going to be a pass for this spot. I really don't have too much of a feel for this game. Probably Montreal wins because Joe Kryptonite's super confident on them, which I feel like the Montreal Canadiens are just the NHL version of the Indiana Fever. I like the I lean towards Montreal in this game if I had to get to anything, but I'm gonna lay off.
There you go. Lay off this game. You do not need to bet it. Speaking of games you don't need to bet. Oh wait, no, hold on. There's some wow, not boo-hoo. All right, boo-hoo who? Oh, no kidding. Set it on, Terry. We're back to the garage. Montreal going to smack them. Devils 6-0 in their last 6 trips to Montreal. There you go. Let's head to Tampa Bay, where they're slight minus 465 favorites against the Chicago Blackhawks. 6.5 is the total. Did the Blackhawks have a chance?
This is gonna sound crazy. Yes. And here's the thing: the way Tampa Bay is playing right now, and they cost me last game as well. They don't deserve to be minus 460 favorites. More than anybody. And especially with who they have in net today. It is not Vasilevsky. It is Brian Elliott confirmed in net for the Tampa Bay Lightning. That being said, I mean, I don't trust Elliott. He is a below average goaltender. I'm interested in Chicago in this game. I'm interested in Chicago, and you can get them at plus 395. Plus 395. That would be quite the payday there. I'm gonna write Hawks money line down as a potential ad after the slate here, because there's no reason why they're on a back-to-back and all that fun jazz. Maybe if you're not comfortable with taking the money line, team total over 2.5 is plus 145. That's not a bad look either. Honestly, because it is Elliott. And that's not a bad look there, Terry, in the chat. If you like the Hawks, take the plus 1.5 at plus 158. Why not? I mean, are we trusting the Lightning to show up? Because I've done nothing but lose with betting this team for a while. And I'm tired of losing with this Lightning team. And I keep getting burned by them thinking, oh, they're going to show up. They're finally going to show up. Prove it to me, damn it. I low-key want to take the Hawks money line. I don't know if I'm going to. Either Hawks money line or team total over, I think, is a decent look in this game. But it's a pass for me at the moment.
Fair enough. And there will not be a 7th. That's referring to the Devils' 6 straight wins in Montreal. If you like the Hawks, take the plus 1.5.
Yes. I don't disagree with that, yeah.
Radish. Bolts could win in overtime on a third period comeback. What's up, guys? Over in Tampa Bay game. I'm off. Have a good finish your show. You too, Terry. You have a good show as well. Make sure you guys check out Terry Edelman on Getting Wild with Terry and Friends. He's going to be starting in 5 minutes. But stay to us till the end and then go to him. Anyways, Edmonton Oilers and the Toronto Maple Leafs. The Leafs are minus 125. 7 is your total. Let's keep going.
Yeah, I have both the side and the total in this game. By the way, that last game, it opened up at 445 for the Tampa Bay Lightning. It went up to 465. But yeah, looking at the Toronto game here. Let me get the line. There we go. This line opened up at Toronto minus 140. It is now Toronto minus 118. Total opened up at 7 plus 109. It is still 7 plus 109. I got the Oilers. I get the Oilers at plus 111 in this game, and I grabbed the under 7 as well. I see this At worst, as a 4-3 Oilers win, and we push the total. I think this line should be more like a 6.5 or a 6 rather than a 7. And I get it. Oilers games unders have always, it feels like, have been my kryptonite this year. That they keep betting unders in Oilers games, and they keep skying over the total. But with that being said, I am interested in the under 7 in this game. I have this game more like a 6, 6.5 rather than a 7. And I have Oilers as a slight favorite in this game. The Oilers are absolutely a team that should be picking it up towards the end of the year here. I believe they're in a wild card spot at the moment, but I could see them competing for the top of that Pacific Division. But with that being said, I am going to grab the Oilers here, plus 111, and the under 7 in this spot. I see this as a 3-2 Oilers win. We saw the Oilers go under last game. Let's try and make it 2 in a row. Under and the Oilers here. You're muted.
Yeah, sorry, I was eating a piece of chicken. Nice. Have a good one, Terry. Blackhawks and Montreal parlay has cashed with big money multiple times this year. There you go.
Yep.
Yeah, finish watching ESB, then come over. There you go. Oilers for show. Terry's Terry's garage. Shit's cold. ESB is warm and comfy.
Yeah.
Hey, hold on.
We will put his link in the chat afterwards.
100%. We'll head to this game, which you probably will end up clicking a button for. The Blues are slight favorites against the Blue Jackets. 6.5 is your total. Fire away.
Yeah. Let me see if I wanted it out here. It's still, yeah, I'm okay with that. That's fine. But yeah, this is definitely a play. I'm going to be adding a play in, but first,
stop it. Get some help.
I am going to bet the over 6.5 in this game. It is going to be Hutchinson in net for the Columbus Blue Jackets. Merce Leakins is not with the team at the moment. He is dealing with a personal matter. Don't know what, but he is. And I kind of lean Blue Jackets in this game, to be completely honest. But Hutchinson was terrible in that game, in his last game. And he is a career backup goaltender. I mean, that's just the way he is. He's been bounced around. He's been a third stringer for Toronto. He's been a third stringer for Colorado. He's somebody that if he's starting games for you, yikes. So I definitely don't want to back the Blue Jackets with him in net, but I will grab the over 6.5 in this game. I see him as a below average goaltender, and I think that presents value here on the over. So that's kind of where I'm looking at with this one here. I think the Blue Jackets are able to put up a couple, and I think the Blues are able to score on him as well. So over 6.5 for me in this game.
There you go. Taking an over in a Blue Jackets game. Well, tailing the Oilers. Oilers to spill out oil and make opponents slip. Fair enough. Morning. What's up?
Equanimous.
We'll head over to this game. This one should be fun. Vegas is in Carolina. Carolina's minus $2. 6 is your total.
Yeah, looking at the line, the way it's moved up is definitely interesting me for the side here. But regardless, I am looking more at the total than the side in this game. This line opened up at Carolina minus 190. It's moved up 15 cents to minus 205. This line opened up at over 6 at minus 109. It is now over 6 at minus 105. So it has moved towards the under by 4 cents in this game. I disagree with that line movement. I'm on the over 6 in this game. Jonathan Quick and Freddie Anderson. Freddie Anderson, his numbers are not the greatest. He actually is he's a below average goaltender this year. 52 goals allowed, but 49.72 expected goals allowed. So he has a negative 2 goals saved above average, which just tells me that he just has a good defense playing in front of him. That's the only thing that tells me. When he has a good goals allowed average and all that, he just has a good defense in front of him. He's not that talented of a goaltender. On the other side, Jonathan Quick's been an absolute sieve this year. He was good last game to a point. I mean, he helped me cash the over by giving up 2 late goals to the Lightning. But he's been a sieve this year, and he should probably hang it up at the end of the season. He has a 1.2 goalie rating. I have this game projected for 6.74 goals. Should Carolina win this one? Probably. Probably Carolina should win this game. Should they be minus 200? I'm going to say no. I have them around a minus 150 in this game. I think this line is a little bit too wide. So I am kind of interested in the Vegas Golden Knights here. If anything, maybe the Vegas Golden Knights team total over 2.5 is $1.10. That's probably not a bad look either. I'm going to write that down. VGK over 2.5. It's minus 110. I don't mind that at all. Because I have them projected for over 3 goals. So that's probably something I'm going to look to add a little bit later after the show. I have 5 plays I have written down that I would like to add after the show. And team total over for the Vegas Golden Knights is one of those plays. So I'm leaning towards that.
All right, Vegas it is. We'll go ahead and head to your team. The Capitals and the Islanders are going to go at it. The Islanders are minus 135. 5.5 is your total. Go ahead.
Yeah. Let me get up the actions here in this game. All right, there we go. That total is kind of intriguing as well. I have this game, or looking at the line movement for this one. This line did open up at minus 145 for the Islanders. It's dropped down to minus 128. I got it at 135 when I bet the Islanders last night. And the total here opened up at minus 109 to the over. It's now minus 113 to the over 5.5. And I kind of agree with the line movement. It's going to be Semyon Varlamov in net tonight, not Ilya Sorokin. I don't really care, though, because with Sorokin, I had them at like minus 180, minus 190 range. With Varlamov, I have him at a 160. So, I mean, it's a slight difference. It's obviously a difference between Sorokin and Varlamov. Sorokin's the starter for a reason. Sorokin's a Vezina caliber goaltender for a reason. And Varlamov's a backup. But, I mean, he's a very capable backup. This is probably one of the best goalie duos in hockey other than Jeremy Swayman and Linus Hallmark. And that being said, I'm right back on the Islanders. I've been riding this Islanders team for a while now, and they've been great since Barzal got hurt. They've been awesome since the Horvat edition. This is a team that all of a sudden is finding themselves pretty solidly in a playoff spot. So I'm going to continue to ride the New York Islanders here. I got him at minus 135. The line's only dropped because of the Varlamov confirmation. I think that's the only reason why this line's dropped. And I have this game projected for 6.02 goals. So another play I'm going to write down that I'm looking to add here for tonight's slate, the over 5.5. I think that this game could go over. And I know the Islanders have been playing more towards the under as of late, but I could see this being a 3-3 game at one point. I really could. So I'm going to look at the over 5.5 in this game as well as I got the Islanders.
There you go. Islanders it is to lock in that play-in spot. Anders Lee, anytime goal.
Yeah, I mean, he's been scoring as of late. If you're looking for props, Anders Lee is a good look. Brock Nelson's a great look. If you're looking for a little bit of a bargain bin, Hudson Fasching. He has been awesome with Cizikas on that line with Cizikas. So I really like the way he's been playing as well. So yeah.
Yeah, Hutchinson with soccer goals. Never mind. Don't have to answer that question.
Yep, I said it over.
Let's keep rolling, Nick. Ottawa and Vancouver. Ottawa's only a minus 130. 6.5 is the total. Does this line seem low to you too? Because I know Ottawa's been really hot.
Yeah, they're on the road, and it's gonna be Sogard in net. But with that being said, I mean, the Canucks are still a team I'm looking to fade. Pretty plain and simple. And the Senators are a team I've been on a little bit recently, and they've been winning. And I'm right back on them today. I'm on Ottawa. I got them at, I believe, $1.28. Let's take a look at where the line has moved in this one here. This line opened up at minus 145, actually, for Ottawa, and it's dropped down to 117. So this line has dropped, which does make me a little bit worried. But I'm still on Ottawa. This is probably a play that I'm going to bet personally, but I don't know if this will make it up on the site. This play,
that's fine.
Because I'm kind of getting a little nervous on this play because the way that the line is dropped. But with that being said, I am on Ottawa. I have them projected 3.7 to 3.03. So I think they should be more like a minus 160 in this game, minus 165. So I do see value on the Senators in this game. Does it make me nervous that those lines continuing to drop? Yeah, but I'm gonna still take them here. Give me the Sens.
All right, we don't have to worry about a Tim POD because if you didn't bet this game, I would have been all over Vancouver. Just because this line just seems weird to me. But you're on Ottawa, so I'm going to stay off of it. Up and over. Like the over in this one? Have fun.
Yeah.
All right, Nick. We'll go to this game. Dallas Stars, Seattle Kraken. Stars minus 115. 6 is your total.
I did a pre-pick video on this one last night. I grabbed the Nashville. I scrolled down to too far there. I grabbed the Dallas Stars here at minus 120. It's dropped a couple cents. It is what it is. This line opened up at Dallas minus 125, and it's moved. Oh my bad! It's opened up at minus 120. It's moved down 4 cents towards the Kraken. Minus 116 for the Stars. Line opened up at over 6 even money. It's moved up 9 cents to minus 109 towards the over. So this is a play where I am on the Stars, and that's it. I'm just on the Stars money line in this spot. I see a goalie advantage Ottinger against Martin Jones or Philip Grubauer. Fill in the blanks. Don't care. And the Stars team is starting to play really well. When we look at the matchups they've had or the games they had, they've won the expected goal battle in 5 of the last 6 games. All 5 of those, they've won it by at least 1.3 goals. In 4 of the last 6 games, they've won the expected goal battle by at least 2.5 goals. So they've been outperforming and they've been dominating their opponents here. I think the Stars probably win the Central at this point. Like, this is a Stars team that's starting to play well. Not a Stars team I generally want to step in front of. So I'm kind of marking my my Colorado future a loser which is frustrating, but it is what it is. This Stars team is playing so well right now. And I think that they should be a larger favorite in this game. So I did grab the Stars.
This is another one that if you weren't on the Stars, I would probably be all over the Kraken right now. Stars coming off of a 10-4 game. 10 goals. And then Kraken coming off of a late game loser to Ottawa, where they were down early, big comeback, a lot of adrenaline, and then they lost the game. So if in a situational spot, I would probably be going towards the Kraken. But because you're on Dallas, it's another game. I don't like to bet hockey anyway, so it's fine. Richie's excited for it. Good luck. Have fun. We'll head to this game, Nick, which I could probably guess where you're going to go. Kings are hosting the Predators. Kings minus 155. 6 is your total. Something tells me you want to put on a crown.
I mean, I'm going to root for them here. I don't see value with them at minus 155. I think that Nashville is still a sneaky underdog going down the stretch here. And I see a little bit of value with Nashville. Am I betting them? No. Am I betting this game? No. I'm going to root for this for my future. I got plus 325 with them to win the division, which I really like. And honestly, when I bet them to win the division the other day, I almost turned around and said I will grab a little bit of plus 1,000 for them to win the West and a little bit of plus 2,500 to win the Cup. Like, I think that I've said this plenty of times, this is my dark horse to win the Cup, the LA Kings. I really like this Kings team. I love the addition of Jonas Korpisalo. I like the addition of the defenseman they got as well. And I like this team overall. And this West is wide open. And the more and more I look at it, I know I've been saying the East is going to win the Cup. The East is going to win the Cup. It's freaking murderer's row in the East. Like, if you're in the Atlantic, let's just say you're Toronto, you have to go through Tampa Bay, then Boston, then Carolina or New York. Like, and then you have to play a team like the Kings. I think the Kings, if they make the Cup, are going to get a tired Eastern team that just went through an absolute gauntlet. Like, that's kind of the way I'm thinking about it here, where I think the West wins the Cup again. But for me, I am not playing this game, but I love futures with the Kings.
That's fair. That's fair. Markel finally got one more under, and it's the Dallas. Yeah. Mizzou. Yes, Mizzou. Thumbs up in flames. Let's get it. Final game on the slate, Nick. We finally made it to the final game. Wild and I still don't have it, San Jose Sharks. The Wild minus 170, total of 6. Is this their first game without Kaprizov?
Yep. It's the first game without Kaprizov. This line opened up at Minnesota minus 182. It's moved down to -1. It's moved down 13 cents to minus 172. This line opened up at over 6 at minus 105. It is over 6 at plus 107 now. So the line's moved in my favor here because I grabbed both the under and Minnesota minus 1. And here's the pretty simple way that this Minnesota Wild team is going to continue winning hockey games. Defense, people. I think this is a 3-1, 4-1 type of Minnesota win. Like the Sharks are a team I'm kind of bye. You're done. Like this Sharks team has given up, really. And this is probably the time of the year to back teams that are in playoff chases and to fade teams that have sold off. Now, granted, this is the first game without Kaprizov, but if this was anyone other than the Sharks, I mean, this is also a fade the injury report type of play as well. Yep. Because I think they'll be okay without Kaprizov. I mean, yeah, you said it. Now I'm saying it. I think this team will be okay without Earle. I think they'll be fine, and that's because if you look at their schedule, they got very lucky that, hypothetically speaking, he got hurt now and not, I don't know, a week down the line with this type of return because they have a much tougher schedule after when he's projected to return. But when we look at the upcoming games for Minnesota that they're going to be missing Kaprizov for, San Jose today, Arizona, St. Louis, 3 tough ones, Boston, Washington, New Jersey. After that, Philadelphia, Chicago. And then he's supposed to return right in time for Seattle, Colorado, Vegas, Pittsburgh.
Oof.
Yeah, that's quite a stretch right there. I could see some losses in that stretch, but I'm not looking to fade the Wild in their first game without Earle. That's just not something I'm looking to do. I'll fade the Wild their first game back with Earle. If that's against the Kraken, if that's against the Avalanche, I'll look to fade them the first game back, but not the first game away. So Wild minus 1 and under 6 for me. I usually don't like doing -1s and unders, but I see the Sharks maybe scoring 2 goals in this game.
Yeah. I feel like if I went after this game, it would be a very specific bet. And I don't know if you can have a line for this one, Nick. The Minnesota Wild to win by exactly 1 goal in regulation. Or just by 1 goal.
Yes, there are props for that.
Because this game's got 3-2 written all over it.
I could definitely see that. Give me 2 seconds, and I probably will find a line for you like that real quick.
Yeah, I'm going to go through the chat, and then we'll go from there.
You do that.
Favorite college basketball plays. We're going to keep riding our little wagons. We're going to hop in. We're going to grab the Ohio State. We'll go ahead and grab Mizzou and Penn State. There you go. Those are our three little wagons that we've been riding, and they've been making us money. Cincy. I'm not going to talk you off fading the number 1 team in the nation. That's fine. How do you feel about Ohio State? I feel like it should be the Ohio State, and I'm really annoyed that I did not bet them to win the Big Ten. I wish I bet them pre-tournament to win the Big Ten.
I got the prop you want.
Hold on 1 second. Hit the like button like an adult. Let's go. Okay, I'm nervous. Just need to know who's stopping the center. That's fair. Smells like Wild minus 2.5. No, Wild to win by exactly 1 is
Wild to win by 1 in regulation. Plus 650.
Boom. That's my prop right there.
That's your POD is the.
I'm not going to get a POD, but I will have some type of money on that. What up, fellas? Good morning. Good morning. Indiana and Penn State. You already know.
We're back on the Nittany Lions.
Yeah, we're grabbing our little wagon. Penn State. That is all the games for today. We made it through. Woo! Good work, Nick. We'll go ahead pay some bills before I head out. If you guys are new to the channel, like, comment, subscribe, share, do all that good stuff. We appreciate all the support. Check out all links in the description below: Twitch, Twitter, Instagram, Discord, Facebook, Picks and Parleys, Premium Plays, merch, TikTok, ESP Shorts, and the EarleSportsBets.com website. It's all linked down below. Check out Ballin' Out with Tim Earle on the Picks and Parleys YouTube channel. That was posted at 7 a.m. It's got 3 college basketball and 2 NBA plays for you guys on there. Make sure you just go on there, leave a like, all that good stuff. And then what else do what else do I need to mention? Oh yeah, recap. For the NBA, give me the Knickerbockers. Give me the Hawks. Give me the Dallas Mavericks. All of them, I think, can win outright. Pelicans, Golden State, and Sacramento. And then my one hockey play, the Minnesota Wild to win by exactly 1 in regulation. That's what this game's got written all of it. 3-2 in regulation. Is there a 3-2 exact score?
There is. You want to know what that is?
Yes, I do.
All right, give me 2 seconds. Let me scroll down to that. In regulation, for the Wild to win exactly 3-2, 19-1.
Boom. But anyways, there you go. Nick?
Yeah. Let me grab up my bet stamp. Here we go. Vermont off to a bad start. They're down 7 at halftime. But
fantastic.
I am on the under 6 Boston and Detroit. I am on the Philadelphia Flyers at plus 228. The New York Rangers I got at minus 140. Load sometime today. Here we go. Oilers plus 111 in the under 7. Vegas and Carolina over 6. Islanders at minus 135. Stars at minus 120. Senators at minus 125. Minnesota minus 1, minus 106, and under 6. I'm also looking to add Arizona, Colorado under 6.5. Jets money line. Either Hawks money line or team total over, or both. VGK team total over. St. Louis and Columbus over. Washington and New York over. In the NBA, I am on the where are we? There we go. I'm on the Knicks plus 5 against the Clippers. I got the Orlando Magic plus 2.5. The Pistons plus 5.5. I've got the Hawks plus 5, and that is it. So that's all my plays for today.
There you go. Wow, Tim. Yeah, you like that hockey play? I'm going to mention it to Terry later. Bruins, baby. Get it. Kings and Thunder, nothing but action. Kings, yes. Thunder, I'm not interested in today. Rock'em, chalk'em, horns up. Oh, you want Jayhawks? No, I'm on Texas. We're on Texas. Texas is one of my long shots for college basketball. I will say, I think we're gonna do some type of show tomorrow for Selection Sunday. So stay tuned for that, maybe. But that should do it for this episode of the Earle Sports Bet Show. We'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye-bye.